Assalamu alaikum, my brother and sister out there. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Yesterday in my video I have mentioned that why we need to learn Quran in this month, and I have mentioned the four important reasons, and that is from my own perceptions, from my own understanding, through my brainstorming. It is not like uh, from from some scholars, but because I'm not a scholar, I'm still learning, and I'm very beginning phase. So I have mentioned that the full reason is that number one, to uh, to remove our confusion, and uh, to get rid of the misunderstanding and misinterpretation, we need to learn the Quran. And the second thing is that it is our right as a Muslim. It is our right to know what is the Islamic core value and what is the core concept in the Quran, and we need to understand and we need to learn that. And third, I have told you that we have studied so many tough and difficult, subjects, uh, and uh, we kind of understand all hard stuff. So it is kind of a challenge for us. Why not the Quran, right? And then fourth, I have mentioned that since this month Ramadan is the month of Quran, so it is a good way to start off the journey of learning Quran, right? So these are the four reasons I have mentioned, and I mentioned, and today I'll be telling you guys how you can start off. Because the reason I think how we can start off is important is that in Bangladesh perspective, I'm telling, like, we a lot of young people, they want to learn Quran and they want to understand it, but the problem is that they're worried for being tagged by different political bias or political group or something like that. you know for instance, like if somebody start learning the Quran by reading the female Quran, then people might think, or people might say, oh, this guy is Jamaat, and if some people like start learning Quran by reading Mariful Quran, then people might say, oh, this guy is could be a Jamiat or like Qawmi. Or somebody wants to learn Quran, let's say through studying Ibn Kasir or fi Jalal al-Quran, then people might tag this person that, okay, he is probably somehow connected with Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, right? So this is weird, kind of weird. The young people, they don't want to get being kind of like tagged by those people with this complex identity or all those things. So I just get it, and it is a fact right now. So I think we don't need to get tagged uh, by anyone, and the Quran is uh, not a matter of fact, like particular group uh, intellectual property, right? So it is for all individual, it is for all humankind, right? So I'll give you uh, a uh, a way to start off your journey. And the thing is that I think I have started off learning uh, through this one. The one is the Quran English meaning and notes by Sahih Translation, and it is available in IslamicBookstore.com. You can find it. It is $10, 11 cents, or something like that. And it is, I found it is very effective and is very easy to understand. And this book is recommended by one of my friend. His name is Murad, and I found it is very effective. And if you don't want to spend right now the amount of money to buy one, then I would recommend you, if you have the Muslim Pro app in your phone, then you can go to the Muslim Pro app, and then you can go to the bottom. There is a couple icon. There is a Quranic icon. You can go to the Quran icon, and then there is on the top there is a small icon. It looks like Quran. You can go there, and you can select the translation with English Sahih translation, and it will you can start off from there. But for those who are actually Bengali, I don't know Sahih translation, they have the Bengali version or not. But I would recommend the Islamic Foundation Bangladesh. They might have uh, uh, their own version of Quran, translation of Quran, right? You can start off by reading this one. So this is the suggestion, and some quick tips I want to give you. Uh, Number one, you need the sincere intention to start your journey and kind of like start learning. Because without your pure intention, you can do it, right? So, and the second thing is that you need your psychological and emotional connection, and this connection could be like you need to feel it. You need to feel it that okay, you are learning something, you are understanding something, right? And for that, what you have to do, you have to keep in mind certain things. Number one is that once you start learning it, right, uh, you study as long as you have full attention, right? So as long as you can keep engage yourself with Quran, then you can continue, right? And if you feel bored, or if you're not feeling or not willing to study right now or this moment, then just stop it. You don't need to force yourself to continue. Okay, when you feel bored, when you are not feeling well, just stop there. You don't need to continue, right? And then and then another important thing is that here, uh, you have to make sure that keep in mind that you don't need to finish it in this month of Ramadan. Okay, don't need to rush. It has to be a consistent matter, right? So in that case, what you can do is that read one verse, two verse, whatever, how many verse you, and just try to understand as much as you can understand it, right? And so you don't need to learn like whole lot of things, whole lot of 50 verse at a time, and you don't know what it is saying. So this is also this suggestion also given by my friend Murad. I told you guys. So this is and I found like this is very effective, right? It's very influential. Uh, so I think this is what I would like to share, and I think you guys can follow through this, and I think it will be very helpful if you continue your journey learning Quran. Start off right now. Uh, I really appreciate and thank you all. Thank you for listening. If you like, then please subscribe my channel, and I would appreciate. Thank you so much. Jazakallah.